Authorities now doing everything they can to try to stop the spread of this virus, particularly to remote Indigenous communities. From midnight overnight, anyone coming into the Northern Territory will be forced into quarantine for 14 days, and from midnight on Friday they'll have to pay for that quarantine themselves. But these 5 cases reported last night in the Kimberley are of major concern. They include 3 cases in Broome, 1 in Kununurra and 1 in Halls Creek. They are all remote health workers. So, the concern is obviously whether any Indigenous people may have contracted the virus and may have moved from one of those major centres back to a remote Indigenous community. We know the Western Australian government has been trying to stop people moving in and out of those communities. Also, that's been happening here in the Northern Territory. I did speak to the Northern Territory's Chief Minister, Michael Gunner. He says that everything in the government's power is being done to stop this virus making its way into those Indigenous communities.
We're doing everything we can to keep it out. Probably the greatest danger to a remote community may be a local resident leaving and then not doing the 14 days isolation and returning. We've provided options for them so they can isolate for 14 days before they go back. But that's my greatest fear at the moment. I could control the people in my employment, if that makes sense. I put strict protocols around that, but the greatest danger may be someone leaving that bubble and then coming back in with it.
There was a rush last week before the original border control measures came in, Pete, for people to get back from places like Halls Creek to the Northern Territory. There's also been some concern that people had been returning to some of those remote communities, particularly the community of Belgo in Western Australia, without actually undergoing that 14-day isolation period. So this is a story that will be followed closely by authorities today, no doubt. That real concern after those 5 remote health workers in the Kimberley region tested positive last night.
All right, Matt Cunningham live in Darwin. Matt, thank you.